Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another beautiful day on the NerdCraft SMP. I am Maximan, your favorite cyborg pirate, back here in my regular pirate gear now that Halloween is over. That was a lot of fun, though. As usual, I have a great episode planned for today. The clock is ticking down until 1.18 is happening, and with it comes a new season on the NerdCraft SMP. So we've got a lot of projects that we got to finish up, and a new one that is also going to take quite a bit of time to make happen. So we're going to be working on that in today's episode. Over the week, I actually had a visit with our top contributor to our GoFundMe for our dedicated server. He came on and hung out with me and Frizz and had a little tour, and it was a great time. If you want to check out the GoFundMe and see about the perks that we're offering, you can check it out in the description. There will be a link there, and you can help us get a new dedicated server. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel and click that bell so that you don't miss any future videos like this. All right, let's get to it. So one of the things that I said I wanted to do in the last episode was get some more work done on this aqueduct system. So we're going to extend the sides out just a little bit and up, and maybe give it more like a crenellations type of deal, like what's up there. And then we're going to extend that tower out a little bit and make that like a little platform that you can go and hang out on. Okay, so as usual, let's do that as a time lapse. Okay, so there we have it. Just a super simple little tower, a little extension out here, and it makes it look more like that it's got a little bit of depth to it. So let's just have a fly out and have a look. At first glance, I noticed that it kind of seems a bit plain in this area. Needs some kind of detail happening in there. But I do like that it's a diamond shape as opposed to the round shape of the other ones. Gives it a little bit of a more unique look for itself. And then yeah, this just extends all the way over there, and that is that. The next step is this giant tower of hoppers. I have been meaning to do something about this since I made it. In fact, I was almost even wondering if maybe I didn't even need that. Maybe I could just fire the drops out of a dispenser and have them land in a collection area down here. That might be an idea. But before I do that, or before I even figure that out, we'll save that project for another time and move on now to the next thing, which is something that I kind of just want to show off as to what I've been doing. So my next project takes me into the nether, into my nether explodey tunnel. Now this was all done within the last few days, and here we come to the cause. It is this gigantic tunnel bore machine. So why? Who needs this much netherite? And the answer is I do. I don't actually need it, but one of the things that I want to create here on the server is I want a beacon at spawn to mark the spawn point. But I don't just want any beacon. I want a full 4-layer netherite beacon. So for that to happen, I am going to need a lot of ancient debris. If you guys aren't familiar with one of these machines, the tunnel bore, you just right-click this note block and it fires out TNT all the way down the path, uncovers blocks, look for ancient debris that it might have uncovered. My goal really is I just want people to like join the world and see the netherite beacon and be like, no way, he had to have cheated that in. But, well, I guess it's not technically a cheat. It is TNT duping, which some people regard as a cheat. Oh, a little bit too close that time. If you guys want to build one of these for yourself, I actually used a NerdCraft video. I will link that in the description. He, I believe, used someone else's design, but I just followed his tutorial. His tutorial was only for 2 segments, but it's a simple matter of just repeating the design down the line until you get to as many as you want. So yeah, this is something that I've been working on and will continue to be working on for quite a while, because I am going to need a lot of those cinnamon buns in order to get my full netherite beacon. And yeah, it's going to be something that the people can log into at spawn and just have an absolute shock awaiting for them. So, going off of all of the ancient debris that I've collected from that area so far, this is what I've ended up with. Now, it looks like a lot right now. However, putting it into block form, I get a nice solid 3 blocks. I am going to need a lot more than just those 3 blocks in order to make this happen. So I have a feeling like I am going to be spending a lot of time at that tunnel bore in the future. But that brings us, now that we're here in the storage area, to the next part of the video. That is going to be building up some cave walls on the outsides of this storage area, kind of coming to a point right around where the platform is. Or maybe I'll leave it a little bit rounder, honestly. So it'll curve down there and come over here, and then same thing on this side. It'll kind of curve out from there and come down. And the tree of life is essentially going to be going right up to it. And then, yeah, so that is essentially going to turn this into a cave instead of just a hollow box, because then I can start adding stuff to make it look like a lush cave. Maybe some kind of a waterfall, who knows? We'll figure some of that stuff out in the end. But for now, I just want to properly wall it all in. So, time for yet another time lapse. All right, so that is the cave roof. Now I do have to add a few more details, like just come down a little bit around there, connect that all in and have a background in there so it all looks like it's just built inside one giant cave and it all connects together. For block variation, I went darker as I went up because I wanted it to look more like as you're looking up, it's further and further away, and I think that works. It gives it an extra sense of depth and it makes it look like those blocks are actually further away than they actually are. I know I could have just extended it upward, but with the mob farm in the way, that made that impossible. But all in all, this is a good start. So the next step is to greenify it, add all kinds of vegetation and all of that, and then maybe like somewhere a little waterfall coming into a little lake. If I do, that would require blasting some bedrock, but I don't know if I've shown this yet in a video, but I did actually blast some holes through into the void with minecarts and endermites. And there's one in all four corners so that when the mob farm is active and endermen go down here, they get angry and find these bad boys and go flying into the void, because otherwise they pick up all my mushrooms and plants and make it less alive down here. But yeah, so that is essentially what I'm going to be doing in the cave for this episode. So for now, I am back here in the Nether at the tunnel bore, because that is going to be all we have time for in this episode. And I am going to spend some time now mining out another giant cave and gathering up as much ancient debris as I have time for, because tick tock, 1.18 is coming soon. And along with it, season 2. So don't forget to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and click that bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And check out the link in the description for the GoFundMe for the fundraiser for our server computer, because we would really appreciate any help that we can get. So click that link and check out the perks that are offered for donating. And thank you so much to anyone in advance who donates. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.